Da-na-na. 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 Alright, out here playing some one-on-one with one of my teammates, Eco Bird. So 2.1 per ring, so a little less than a ring and a half. Nice and easy. Hitting it great to the right. That'll put me in a danger zone. Right there. Just barely made it. If you're playing in T4 right now, you're probably getting a lot of really good competition since there's a lot of people playing the tournament coming down to T4 to practice. You got a much better shot of getting the holes you're looking for because there's only 2 tours to choose from instead of 3 if you're up at, is it 7? Nice and easy, nice and easy. In tournament play, it's definitely worth bringing a bigger ball on this hole. Nice shot. It'll help you get up here. This is a very tricky green to get on. It's almost better, if you're playing one-on-one here, it's almost better to be off the green and chip on. Some of the putts that you can get on this hole are super tough. So there's 3-6, so we're about 2.5 rings. I'm going to take the side wind out, so I'm about 2 rings in power. And I'm actually going to stay short, because I would rather, in one-on-one, be a little off the green and chipping it on. If you've got upper developed clubs, this is not a bad area to be in. But some of the putts that are on this hole are super dangerous. Even though you can be not very far away on this hole, some of the shots are very, very dangerous to get on or to get up to the cup because it's so uphill. So if you're down over here, let's say you're at and you're coming up, you got to do this huge little curve in your putt in order to get into the hole. And while you don't have to deal with wind, there's drop. This is a super dangerous green. And you want to come at it like Eco's coming at it, where you're coming at it from the top and rolling down to the cup. And where he's at, it's going to be a pretty nice putt. It's going to be straight up this hill. So if you're going to make a putt here, that's a great putt to make. You can see how much drop there is on this. So I always like to be about half the cup. Like normally I point straight at the flagpole. But here I want to be about half, and watch where it comes in. Came in right where I aimed it. But a great there would have went in as well, because it would have went up farther up the hill, and then gravity would have taken hold and it still would have made it in. But I find sometimes if I don't put it in that spot on a hole like this, and I hit it great to the right, if I go right at the flagpole like I normally do, that'll actually miss to the right. There's several holes in Golf Clash that are like that are very, very tricky to get on, where you're not dealing with wind, you're dealing with slope. And this is a very low percentage hole-in-one par 3 right here. What happens is when you get off of this fairway area, you can see how distorted my clear ring is. And so it's real difficult sometimes to make great wind adjustments. And everything wants to kind of go to the right. We're going right at it. I'm do about a 10% overpull, so that's 3/6. So we're a little less than 3 rings. About a ring and 3/4, about 2 3/4 rings. It hits 1.2 per ring, so 3 rings would be 3/6. And I still didn't pull it enough. Should have been trying the dunk. I've been playing where I've been trying to beat people out on the course, and if I don't beat them on the course, then I go out and try dunks. And what's crazy is I played about 12 rounds yesterday doing the dunk, and I won 6 of the 12. Even doing the dunk, if I do max backspin on a shot like this, you'd end up off in the rough about 11 yards out. And how many people? 6 people, actually 5 people epic failed, and I actually hit 1 dunk last night. I hit 2 where I hit the flagpole and ended up very close to the green. I was probably within about 6. Get in the hole. Good game. It's the first time Eco just joined our clan. Likes to play tournaments. That's what we're looking for, is tournament players. We don't do any grinding stuff. Eco came from a clan where they were grinding, trying to make the C100, and we're not interested in that. We're out to have fun. We don't do any of the grind stuff. In the off week, people play whatever tours they want, however much they want. We don't. Our whole goal is that we just want everybody in the clan to play in tournaments. And this is one of the Monster Marsh holes, and what I want to do is lay up out in this area out here so that I can come in with a sniper. I'm not sure if I have a bag set up with a extra mile and a sniper. I think I have an extra mile and a guardian bag. A lot of people try and get way up in here to close the distance to the green. But what you do is the farther you get up here, you close that mouth going into the green, so you need to bring a club. There's moguls on the green out there, and you have to contend with those moguls from that angle. And you may need to bring a club that's got some backspin. Whereas if you do a layup out here, and even though he's a little bit to the left, that's still going to give him a pretty good angle in at the green. Let's see what bags I got. Guardian, I got a sniper and a QB, I got a rock and a sniper. Let's see if my rock can get out there. I'm not sure if my rock can. Maybe. See if that'll stick over on the other side. That's the spot that I want to get into. That's the spot that I want to get into right there, where I've got that bush. I'm like right on the edge of that bush, so that I've got a very nice clean shot coming in, where I don't have to put on a lot of side spin. I can go pretty straight at the hole. But if you get further up in the spot, the further up you get into that fairway area, if you want to do this shot right here, the more side spin you have to put on, and you'll get to a point where you can't get it with side spin. You'll have to use curl, or you'll have to come straight forward, and you can see how little fairway you have here. So you'll probably need a club that's got some backspin in order to start off over here to get right at the cup. This is a great sniper hole if you've got a sniper in your bag, where you can use that accuracy. Well played. Nice shot. Nice shot. And my whole goal is right there. See, I'm in that spot where I can be. There's max club, so I got plenty of club. Where's my minimum club? Minimum club's down here, so I'm about mid-club. Leave my blue ring off, and I'm going to go straight at it. So it's 4.2. It should be about 1.2 per ring, so there's 3.6. So we're about 3.5 rings. And I hit it great to the left. And it should go great to the left. For me, it's all about the angles down there. And so that shot right there, even though it's further back and you still have plenty of club, and instead of trying to get way up in there, and it's all about club selection. So if you like coming at these holes with a Guardian, if you can get far enough up in that spot, you bring a really big power ball, you can probably get far enough in that spot, you might be able to eke yourself into long iron range. But coming at it with a 100% accurate club, sniper thrives in that kind of shot right there. That's a great sniper shot because you can utilize its ball guide and not having to put on any side spin and being able to go straight at the hole is one less variable that you have to account for. So if you line up straight at the hole and you're not using any side spin and you've got your ball guide ending right at the hole and your speed's right, then it all comes down to perfect shot. If you hit it perfect and you're ending up to the left or the right, then you need to we need to start thinking about making a wind adjustment on where we add on a little bit of wind or we take off a little bit of wind. Now this hole right here, there's two ways to play this hole. Most people are going to play it where they're doing the bounce over. I'm definitely going to want to be where Eco's at with a Guardian and go straight at it. For several reasons. Number one, I think my hole-in-one shot is just as good, and number two, I'm starting off on the green side, so I can take that rough out of play. Anytime you can take traps out of play on a par 3, that's definitely beneficial. In one-on-one play, if you've got a Guardian on a hole like this, it's going to dominate this hole because you can be that close every time. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot, man. So I'm not going to be able to get up there, so I'm going to have to demo the shot. So what I want to do is I want to be, if I'm doing this shot, I want to be in a consistent spot. So my blue ring off on the rough. Looking right at it. Backbone is 1.2 per ring, so that's with a headwind. I'm going to do a 1 ring pull. That's 1.2. I'm going to hit it great to the left again. Let's see if my rollout was fine. I was a little short, so even if I'd have been on track, I still would have been a little short. Nice. Good game. So hopefully everybody's fired up and ready to go for the Monster Marsh tournament, which is got one more day of practice and chilling out, and then we'll be in Monday's practice rounds. My goal is to get up super early on Monday and play a practice round in my low-level account and in my practice account and get the ball rolling. Now this hole right here has numerous shots. So the shot, if you want to get on the green in one, here's the shot. I want less than max topspin. I want to be right dead center in the middle of that fairway. I want to give myself every opportunity for a great to the left, to the right. I'm not so much worried about trying to hit the hole-in-one here. At this level it's 2 per ring. It's 1.9, so it's a little over a half a ring. And then no overpower, but we need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. And we're trying to play some putt-putt golf here, so we're off of that and in the drink. It got a little weird bounce there from it, that where where it when it took that first bounce, that graphic, it was right on track. So I'm not sure what the deal was there on why it did that. I'm not sure if it was the headwind or what the deal was, but that's very unusual for it to do that. That shot was right on track. I was deep into the hole. I should have went farther in here, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. A Titan is the ball to bring on this if you're going to take this shot. I'll have to go back and watch the video on that, because maybe the deal is that, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's doing that. We're going to keep trying this until we get it down, I can tell you that. I'm going to burn through some Titans right here. Now the tendency is to try and get so you're closer to the hole up there, but I'm going to, so it's 1.9, that's about 2.5 rings, a little over 2.5 rings. Let's see if we have any difference with tailwind than what we had there with headwind. It's still giving that same flat graphic where it's flattening the ball out down there. So maybe it's one of two things. Either I'm getting on a curve, there's a curve down here, or they've taken this shot out. There's something not working. I've hit this shot many times and done that same exact setup. So the next time I get here, I'm going to pull it back a little bit farther into this fairway and see if the ball guide, if this ball guide from the first bounce to the second bounce gets higher. What the F? That is crazy. All right, let's see here. Let's look at this one more time, because I've taken this shot a bunch of times. See how the ball guide's getting taller right there? And what's it doing on the other side? It's getting flatter as you push it forward. And there's the spot where it's really high over there in that. That's crazy. That's a new dynamic on this hole. So there's 2, 4, we're about a ring and a half. We're about 2.5 rings. Hit it great to the left. That is crazy. Now, I hit that shot great, but you can see how flat it was. Even if it would have hit, it would have ended up in the water. I am just blown away by what this shot is doing right here. I'm not sure if they took this shot out, but I know that if you do max topspin here in the past, when we've come to this hole, if you put max topspin on, you're in big trouble. But I like the way that the bounce here is going. You can see how it is from the first bounce to the second bounce, how high that is. If this is the case, this shot's not going to be worth taking the risk to get up there. We're going to keep going until one of us gets on. And I've got a bunch of Titans, so I can sit here and do this all day. That shot, finally. That is not going to be playable if this is the deal where they've changed something here. There's some kind of dynamic going on. Let me put on max topspin and see if they have changed it. Maybe the shot setup's different. I'm going to come further back into the zone So 4-1, that's right at 2 rings. That's 3-9, or excuse me, 3-8. So we're a little over 2 rings. Hitting it perfect. That is just absolutely crazy. I've never seen this hole react like that, where that's doing that stutter dynamic on the... Usually if you hit that shot perfect, you can, you know, if you can hit that fairway with that much topspin, you're on. So I'm not sure if what's changed, what kind of dynamic has changed on that hole, but that's worrisome. Because you can't afford to have that kind of stuff happen, oh excuse me, in a tournament. You know, if you go for a shot like that and you don't make it, then you're committed at that point, so you have to go for it the second shot. And those types of shots are a 50-50, so you know, the hope would be is that you catch it the second time you get on and you still make birdie. Good game. That is very worrisome. All right, that was some of the Monster Marsh holes, but that's very worrisome on that particular hole, because that's the way to... Let's go to Golf Clash Notebook here real quick. Let's go check out courses. Let's go to... Where are those? Those are... which holes are those? I forgot. Sunshine Glades. Sunshine Glades. It's one of the par 4s. So we're on this hole right here. So it's hole 4 of the Sunshine Glades. And that's really, really worrisome, because I've taken this shot. This has been in the Ghostly Glades tournament, but it seems like this was in one other tournament as well, but I've taken this shot before and had a lot of success coming through and doing that exact same shot without using max topspin, and had very good success getting on the green. I mean, literally you're right there at the cup, almost a hole-in-one, and for it to error out that many times, that is just very, very discouraging. That means that the spot that's right in here that you have to be in is going to be so critical that this shot is going to, the risk versus reward, this shot is pretty much out of the loop. If that's the case, the shot from right here, where you're laying up, coming at it with a sniper, is a very good shot. You can get up into here and get into short iron range and wedge range, trying to either bounce over this or try and bring a big enough ball that you can catch the other side, but I think you're probably going to end up bouncing off this island. So this may be the shot that I have to explore, just to see what kind of difficulty it is to get up in here, but it's definitely going to be easier than what I saw right here. That's very, very discouraging. So the next time I get on this hole, I'll play this shot again just to see, you know, if it's continuing to play that way. But if it is, then I'm going to have to switch over to this shot, because there's too much risk here, and it's going to take that shot out of play. All right, that was some Monster Marsh holes. Thanks for watching.